Turning to the situation on the ground in Gaza, more destruction in the city of Khan Yunis as Israeli forces move closer to the Nasser hospital. IDF strikes near the site have sent patients and residents fleeing. At least 16 people were killed in a strike overnight in the southernmost city of Rafah. Israeli troops continue to pound targets in areas where civilians had earlier been told to seek refuge. Gaza's health ministry says more than 24,400 people have been killed since the 7th of October. The Israeli Prime Minister has blamed the international community for the lack of aid trucks entering Gaza. Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel has not received the full 400 trucks for daily screening. Aid agencies say Israel has made the process of getting trucks through slow and difficult and is urging the country to make it easier. Meanwhile, there's been no let-up in fighting on the border between Israel and Lebanon. The IDF has released more footage of strikes on southern Lebanon. Its chief, Herzi Halevi, has warned of an increasing risk of the conflict on the border escalating into a war. For more, Sarah Coates joins us live from Tel Aviv. Sarah, the IDF says war with Hezbollah in Lebanon is becoming more likely. Just before we crossed, we spoke of this. Dawn was speaking to an analyst who also warned that this might tip over into a wider conflict. What's being done to de-escalate tension on that front?
Oh, hi there, Wei Su. Well, look, certainly going off what the professor just said, the global community is, of course, trying to de-escalate this situation there on Israel's northern border. But going by what we're seeing, what we're hearing from both parties, we're talking here Hezbollah and Israel, a de-escalation is something that won't happen anytime soon. In just the last hour or so, the IDF came out to say that it has today struck a number of Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon. This is after two projectiles were fired from Lebanon into Israeli territory. We can report, according to the IDF, they landed in an open area, not causing any damage. But look, also today, senior Lebanese officials spoke to Reuters. They came out to say that Hezbollah rejects calls from Washington to cool tension and actually pull its fighters further away from this border, adding that the group is open to wider US diplomacy. And as you did mention there, the IDF Chief of Staff, Halevi, he visited troops there on that northern border late last night. They are actually training right now for combat inside Lebanon. They're simulating drills. And he came out to say that Israel is increasing readiness, saying that the IDF has a very clear goal in Lebanon, and that is to return residents to the north. So that is certainly very worrying. And just a quick update on another front there, the IDF has just come out in the last 20 minutes to say that it has just intercepted a suspicious target coming from the Red Sea. No further information on that, but that was, of course, over that southern coastal city of Eilat. Wei Su.
Oh, sorry, back to that issue of hostages that were taken in October last year. The World Economic Forum is ongoing at Davos. The Israeli Prime Minister speaking at the event, calling on the international community to work towards the release of the remaining hostages. Are we any closer to a deal on that?
Well, look, according to media here in Israel, according to Hebrew media, the Prime Minister, he's under fire within the War Cabinet. He apparently pushed back a deal, didn't disclose this deal to the rest of the War Cabinet that would potentially see these hostages getting closer to being released. So there's certainly a lot of anger here in Israel. We did hear from Washington yesterday. Washington said that, of course, these negotiations, these talks are ongoing in Qatar to try and further a deal to get these more than 100 people released. But you did mention Davos there. We do have some fresh news coming out of that. Apparently, some of these recently released hostages, they have met with UN Chief Guterres. He came out, this is according to a statement from that Hostage Families Forum. He apparently told these people that he is calling for the immediate release of all remaining captives, adding that he is pursuing pursuing an investigation and prosecution into Hamas sex crimes that may have been committed. We also heard from the President, Isaac Herzog. He came out during Davos to say that right now Israelis are in no mood to think about peace, to think about peace talks, while there are still hostages in Gaza. And look, one of those hostages is being remembered today. His first birthday is being, you could say, somewhat celebrated. In around half an hour's time, there'll be a large rally at the square known as Hostage Square right here in Tel Aviv as people call on the government to get these people out. We are talking here about that little baby, Kafir Bibas. He was 9 months old when he was abducted into Gaza. Today is his first birthday.
Oh, thanks for that. Sarah Coles reporting live there from Tel Aviv.